Hello, this is Decoherent, and welcome back to some more Torment Tides of Numenera. So, an exciting episode last time. We finally played with all the equipment in the Crystal Cave, turned some of it off, and turned some of it on, and played with all kinds of stuff. We finally got the amulet that we've been searching for a while, so that was all well and good. When we returned out here to go continue on our adventure, we discovered that this guy, the leader guy, whose name I've already forgotten since he's already rotting, has been in contact with the changing god in my head, and the changing god wanted him to help him wipe out my mind and take over my body. I disagreed strongly with that particular plan, and so we had a bunch of stabbing, and well, you can see the results. It was very satisfying, finally killing someone. I may do that a little more as our adventure moves onwards. So now, we have actually concluded most of the quests that we have available to us. Our poor quest to find Avigne more or less ended when I accidentally let the murder run off. So let's see, I'm not helping the creepy decanted because they sound like something out of one of Lovecraft's short stories. We still need to poke around in our head, which is something that I'm looking forward to doing. And then we have to go back with the amulet to Dracogen. I'm not particularly planning on giving that to him, of course. So, the original reason that we agreed to take this quest is so that we could arrange to meet the Memavira, but we should already have access to the Memavira. We ran and found all those patrols, and we haven't collected on that favor yet, so we'll have to see. Oh, that's right, and I also wanted to spend a little more time poking around in the spaceship. Yeah, see if I can finally get my tour and stuff. Yes? Okay. Well, Rin finally leveled up here, so let's take a look at you, Rin. Good job. So what do you have going on here? Lots of things. Stat pools, edge, effort, and skill. What are your skill options? Nah. I mean, I guess. I already have machinery and natural lore, don't I? I think I do. Don't I have natural lore? Yes. Okay, so I don't need that. I suppose we could do edge. Maybe stat pools. What do her things use? Enervate uses int. So that might be okay. Doesn't her stealth use int as well? Yeah, you know, all her stuff uses int. So do we increase edge or stat pool? Let's go with stat pool this time. And she doesn't seem to have anything that depends on speed, really. I'm glad that her might's going up a little bit. Yeah, let's just do that. That's all good. Okay. And now we have a bunch of extra ciphers making people unhappy, so let me take a look around here real quick. Actually, I don't think we have anything going on right now that's too terrible. Right, okay. We are going to sell some of these, so we'll head back and we'll talk to a vendor soon and get rid of all of these various negative effects. But let's wander back into the bloom, because that'll be fun. Said no one ever. This isn't good. Oh, that's not good. The portal to the Kyrgen slump is gone. All that remains is a hideous scar. Alright. So, now what? I guess we could go back. Can we poke at our nasty tentacle cluster over here and make it do something? Oh, hello. As you approach, the voices of the bloom begin to click and buzz in your ears, making your fingers twitch and setting your teeth on edge. You catch yourself reaching instinctively for the magmatic amulet, as though it's something you've done many times before. Well, let's let ourselves go ahead and touch it. You grasp the crystalline artifact. At once, the voices of the bloom grow louder, and louder still. They fill your consciousness, drowning out your thoughts, hissing and whispering and chittering and buzzing. They're coming from every direction, from above and below, from nearby and far away. Swaying on your feet, you nearly topple to the floor. Slowly, the bloom voices resolve themselves into their constituent parts, but now they carry sense impressions with them. Hunger, curiosity, desire. Each burst of bloom voices evokes a new impression in your mind. For a moment, you let go of the amulet, and the sense impressions are gone, The voices are nothing but meaningless babble. Then you touch the amulet again, and the sense impressions return. You realize that the magmatic amulet is a translator of sorts, although the scope and limits of its power are uncertain. Very, very interesting. No wonder he wants this. Wonder if his plan is to, I don't know, like, take over the bloom, or gain its favor, or become the new Memavera, or something like that. Although a Memavera that could actually communicate with the bloom sounds like it's something that would be unprecedented. Or maybe he wants it for something else entirely. Okay, let's listen to the voices. Let's listen to the nearest voices first. You'll listen to the cluster of bloom tongues whispering softly to you, exuding a sense of expectation and familiarity. These tongues know your scent, or perhaps that of your sire, and they're eager to touch your mind. But their voices are not the only ones here. Okay. A score of other voices gibber and shout from the dark corners of the room, ordinary human voices that once belonged to the merchants, guards, and bloom guides who were devoured here. Fragments of their minds cling to life in their half-digested corpses, and they cry out in confusion, rage, or pain. That's gross. Not a fan. Okay, let's listen to the distant voices. You focus on the bloom voices that are coming from outside the trade post. What seemed at first like an indistinct babble is actually many different voices, thousands of voices, each arising from somewhere else in the bloom. Some of the voices belong to individual maws, evoking impressions of hunger and need. Others resonate from deeper places within the bloom. When you concentrate on those voices, you experience flashes of intense emotion or catch fleeting glimpses of men and women being beaten or killed. Every voice is unique. Chittering, groaning, barking, whispering, rattling, hissing, yet all of them are the bloom. Yeah, we've heard this, that what catches its attention is, violence and death. Let's try to communicate with it. What could possibly go wrong? Relaxing your mind, you allow the whispering of the bloom tugs to penetrate your thought. Memories rise into your consciousness, trivial moments you thought you had forgotten. Just as you recognize them, they're swept away. The bloom tongues are sifting through your memories, looking for something. The voices dig deeper into your consciousness. What seemed harmless at first becomes irritating. A dull ache blossoms in the back of your head, spreading across your skull and down your spine. The pain comes in waves, as if the bloom is trying to wrench a memory out of your brain. No, you're not poking in my head. I know using the title surge is going to make the sorrow more interested in me, but no. Shove off. You focus on the pain, letting it flow upon the tides and surge away from you, a molten rush of agony that leaves your nerves quivering in its wake. It spells across the bridge that the amulet has created between your mind and the tongues. From all around you, the bloom's voice shriek in hatred and fury. The tongues twist and writhe, the ground shakes. Oh wow, that really pushed me in one direction. And then the pain is gone. The clustered bloom tongues droop, their movements feeble, their voices no more than a whisper. In the aftermath of your unusual experience, you find that you've maintained your grip upon the magmatic amulet. Your connection to the bloom tongues remains intact. Whether in a weakened state, you might be able to seize control. Jeez. Well, that was interesting. Okay, let's try to take control of the tongues. Oh, easy. Mind control is how I roll, I suppose. You reach across the barrier that separates your consciousness from that of the tongues, a barrier now made permeable by the amulet. Tentatively, you begin to direct the motions of the tongue. It's a strange sensation, like having another set of limbs, but they respond to your impulses. Belatedly, the tongues try to resist, but with a bit of concentration, you quiet them like errant thoughts. Another set of limbs, huh? Uh-huh. These tongues, you realize, are a tiny locus of the bloom's consciousness. Their roots extend throughout the trade post, and now, so do your thoughts and commands. You know, I don't feel bad zapping at the bloom, because the bloom is terrible. I don't think that, like many things, it's misunderstood. I think it's pretty clear right up front what it is it wants. And I think it's just toying with the other things that live inside of it. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's release the human minds. That seems like a high priority to me. A few moments of concentration reveal that the snaking roots of the bloom tongues are still connected to the corpses. Hair-like fibers grow through the putrefying flesh, linking to their half-dead brains, keeping their minds alive. You force the bloom tongues to withdraw their fibers from each of the bodies. One by one, the gibbering voices cease, and their tortured minds fade and die. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. So I want to do both of these, ideally. Do I care more about the trade post? Or Kyrogen Stump? Let's move the trade post back. I think that's more useful. You close your eyes and relax your mind, probing the limits of your new senses. The roots of the bloom tongues run throughout the trade post, but they also extend some distance into the surrounding flesh. A few of them trail upward, tracing a path towards an open cavity in the outer reaches of the bloom. Steeling yourself, you take a hold of all the tendrils at once, urging them back along their path, clawing their way toward the surface and dragging the trade post after them. The ground buckles and churns beneath your feet as the whole chamber begins to move. At last you open your eyes, and the shaking subsides. The blocked archway is opening, and you hear astonished voices outside. Neat. Good for me. I'm the best. Their energy spent, the bloom tongues recede into the ground. Okay, this is good. I think that it's actually more useful to actually open this door so that everyone can wander back and forth. Also, it doesn't leave people dependent on maws, and I do not particularly care for maws, because they do all sorts of scary things. Okay, did that change my dominant tide? It did not. That's interesting. I can't remember what red stands for. It's the more... I remember it being something like domination or self-interest or force or something like that, which is fine. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. Okay, that was cool. Show that bloom who's boss. Well, it's probably the boss, but for a brief moment, I got to be the boss. Wonder if I'll have a chance to sleep before I have to throw down with our final quests. As you emerge from the trade post, you hear sharp intakes of breath. The two merchants you met earlier are staring at you in amazement. That great jaw and the teeth, they're gone. The portly human beams at you. Was this your doing? If it was, you have our deepest thanks. The Vargellan merchant says, but we are no better off, the Vargellan points out. Our wagon is still supper for the bloom thing. Quite right, the human frowns, but it's still damn impressive. I thought the bloom only answered to the Memavira. Where is she when you need her help, huh? Yeah, I'm the best. Okay. So you guys want to sell me any stuff? Gristler squints at you. You spoke to her, didn't you? To the bloom, I mean. And she listened. No wonder the Memavira wants to get rid of him. That's funny. Well, obviously it's unusual. You should never start a sentence with, well, actually... So, does that bother you? Doesn't trouble me so much, but it might trouble some. I can find my way just about anywhere in this great big sack of piss and corruption, and I say that out of love, but even I can't reshape the bloom. Guess I'd better be careful about using that kind of power if I was you. The folks in charge might mistake you for a threat. Happens a lot around here, and I'd hate to see it happen to you. He shrugs, and the lopsided grin returns. Now, what can I do for you? I know all about the bloom and her maws. Oh, I've got this scalpel. Have you ever seen anything like this? Gristler's eyes widen as he spies the scalpel and waves it away. Get rid of it, he hisses. Can't you hear how much she hates it? He holds his hands to his ears as if in pain. You don't actually hear anything, but you assume he must be referring to the voices of the bloom. Or he's insane. I've heard of a weapon like that, Gristler whispers, his eyes still locked on the scalpel. Stories mostly. It's been around the bloom for a long time. That knife can cut open her maws if you fix it up right. She doesn't like it, and she's no friend to one who wields it. That's right. She can piss off. Not a big fan. Let's see here. These are all caravan guards. You're not interesting. Oh, well. I was hoping to buy stuff from you, but that's okay. Let's come talk to our Sundermans. Guess there's only one of them. Let's come talk to Sunderman. I want to get some of this crap sold. Okay. Now, I've got a bunch of things to sell here. What do I not care about? So, this is really funny, but that's not useful. Well, actually that takes someone out for 6 turns. 13 damage is actually not very good. Oh, this is one that I don't think sounds interesting. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, what else do we have that we don't need? Charm paste, nah. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Let's take a look at... Is anyone still over their cipher limit at the moment? No. Okay. Alright. So... I'd hold on to this crap for right now and just sell it to our new friend. Oh no, that's right. She's not a... Oh no, there's a merchant back in the place where we started. What I don't particularly want to do is accidentally set off, you know, a new event just by walking through, you know, the doorway. Yeah, yeesh. Oh, why aren't I wearing my other thing? Not wearing my second bonded artifact. Wasn't I wearing... Was I wearing the thinking cap? Oh, that's right. I was kind of waffling. I have a big int pool. I can keep that on. That's fine. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can head back to our friends in the first room that we came into. Because I'd like to visit with the innkeeper and get everything reset. I'd like to sell things with our friend, the tradesperson. I'm curious what else will happen. Let's go talk to some of these people, now that we've done some interesting things. Actually, let's go talk to our buddy here, who is the original owner of the scalpel. He might be mighty interested in the fact that we can slap the bloom around just a little bit. Or maybe not. But you know, it's on the way. We'll check quick. Okay, I don't remember if he had any interesting to sell. Suspect I sold some of these to him. Yeah, I think I did. Is there anything here that I actually wanted? Nah, we're doing okay. Yeah, we got a lot of junk. Like I said, we'll dump everything on our friend that we met. The one with the crazy pack animal that was biting her. If I'm remembering correctly, at least. Okay, let's just talk to Garkoto quick and see if he has anything interesting to say now that we accidentally closed the maw. Or no, that wasn't his maw. That was the other maw. Oh, I wonder if I should go back to Karajan's Stump then and see what they have to say down there. I just feel like we're about to finish up this whole zone, and I want to make sure I don't miss anything interesting on the way out, you know? Yeah, he's not going to care because this wasn't his maw. Hey, dude. Okay, see you later. Sorry. I'd forgotten whose maw it is. I was thinking about... That's a weird way to put that, but... Oh well. Yeah, this is almost certainly not going to change anyone's conversations options, but... I don't know. It's like... We're wandering around. Make sure I'm going to the right one. Here we go.
Let's go.
And then after this, we'll head back to the beginning. The plan would be, yep, sell the stuff, sleep at the inn. Ooh, better yet, sell our stuff, pick a fight with Waits for Prey. So there's no way at all that the bloom likes us at this point. Or actually, who'd I talk to? Let's talk to Sheen, super quick. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Okay. These people are stupid. Seriously, I just like closed a maw and you guys don't even care? Very disappointing. Alright, well, away we go.
All right.
With the sole exception of letting that stupid mutant go free, I'm actually really pleased with how this zone has turned out.
Ready.
I figured that I'd be kind of panicking periodically from the nasty things going on and to make stupid choices, but now this has gone well. I'm quite happy with this. I think we're making good progress. Oh, you know what? Actually, if I have the options, let's talk to Bruska, that's right, and see if we can get in to see the Memavira on our own. Oh, no, I was going to go poke at the spaceship. Man. Okay, let's see if Waits for Prey will poke me now with his giant, scary scalpels. Okay, so I challenge you to combat again. How can I not be a predator? Whatever. Alright, let's sell our junk. Scotty, that's right. Okay. Okay, just to make sure she didn't have anything I wanted, right? Yeah, no. Battle axe, nope. Slug spitter, I don't think we're going to use this. Gloves. 2 slug spitters. They're the same thing, right? Yeah, okay. Gauntlet of murder. And another Verid. The Trifolium. I wish I could use that somehow. Okay, do I have anything else that I'm really okay to get rid of? Not really. A lot of this stuff isn't useful, but it's like, you know, whatever, I got it. Did I ever figure out a way to reunite them? Oh, this is interesting. I don't remember if I had this option before, or did I just wuss out and not do it? So I actually could just smash them together. Let's do that. I don't want to use title searches unless I have to. Ever so slowly, you force the ring fragments together, pushing your way through the massive force repelling them. The closer you bring Aerith and Vareth together, the more they seem to resist. Beads of sweat form on your forearm, and your muscles scream in agony. But then finally, the moment you force the rings to touch, the repelling force completely dissipates, and the 2 fragments eagerly latch onto each other. The complete shadow ring lies in the palm of your hand, simmering with barely restrained power. +4 resistance, +2 relativistic damage on all attacks. You found Aerith and Vareth, the 2 halves of the Shadow Ring, and with great effort reformed the object that had been shattered by your sire. The resulting artifact looks like a plain dark gray metal ring. When worn, it redirects powerful forces into any target struck. Neat! That's super cool. Yeah, the only one that we're wearing is just this protection one, which is okay. Oh, can Tiber not use this stuff? That's interesting. He doesn't have any points in concentration either, does he? Huh. Okay, well... Where'd that ring go? The Shadow Ring. Right, ornament. Cool. I mean, this protected one is okay. Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten that. I need to keep this one on our friend Eridus. And neither of you guys can use them? That's kind of weird. Did I not give that to him? Oh no, I'm stupid. Okay. So good. Now he's got guarded, so that's good. What else do I have? Okay, that's a bonded item. I feel kind of stupid that I never gave anyone these things. Oh, a flex skill? That might not actually be bad for him. Yeah, if I can remember to use it. Oh yeah, okay, so I have these heavy and medium ranged weapons. Yeah, medium weapons, heavy weapons, right. He's never going to be ranged. Yeah, okay, so I'm never going to use those. So I can just go ahead and sell those off. You know what, though? Let's give the flex skill thing to... I don't know, I guess Rin can have it. Whatever. These the only ones I have left? Share all fetals and 25% of stats healed. Right, I don't care about that. Yeah, sure, Rin, why don't you have the flex skill thing? No particular reason. I'll try to remember to use it. Okay, so actually let's get rid of those 2 heavy weapons too while I'm cruising around. Sha and sha. Okay, now we've got a bunch of cash. Alright. What's next? I think let's talk to Kian. Really annoyed I forgot that. Head back over to the spaceship. Have a nice nap.
My head doesn't hurt as much anymore. It still hurts, though.
Well, good. I'm glad this worked out for you. I know this is not riveting television, watching me run back and forth between zones. I just want to see if anything has changed since I got the other people to head back to the spaceship. Space station? Anchorage. Guess I could just use the proper name for it. Wish there's a faster way to get from point A to point B here. Where point A is me and point B is space. This is the last side trip, I promise. After this one, we're going to head straight over and talk to Brusca and see if I can get in to see the Memavira, and possibly just avoid Dracogen altogether. I don't think that's going to be possible, but I do want to put it off as long as I can.
I'm ready.
Hey, Bloom. What's up? It'd be really funny if it wouldn't let me cross through the maws at this point. Spaceship with the wonderful decorations. Okay, let's talk to Shanor again really quick. Just gonna scan this to see if there's anything new and different. So I already asked, why can't I visit the Cortex? She exhales, teeth clenched, and looks up. Fury wavers like a trapped flame behind her eyes. We were not always so protective. That was before other outworlds tried to steal it a couple years ago. She holds up a hand. Perhaps you are different. That does not matter. No outworlder will ever be allowed to see the Cortexer again. Wow, that was one of the worst sentences I think I've read out loud this entire campaign. Can you tell me anything about the outworlders who tried to steal the Cortex? She growls, sweeping a hand over her head. Clearly, she regrets broaching the topic at all. We were foolish. They came to us through a portal from your world. We welcomed them as guests and showed them the anchorage, the Cortex. Her hand is a fist at her side. One of them put hands on it. His friends attacked us. The anchorage, burning the walls with their fire. Shaking her head, she continues. We killed them, of course. All except the one who touched the Cortex. Him, we questioned until he died screaming a word over and over. She watches your face. The word was Dracogen. So, was he sent by Dracogen? I'm kind of assuming. Okay. Covetous hearts. He also wants the navigational cortex. If I'm willing to engage in some illicit business, I should see if he still wants the cortex. I'm not giving him the cortex. The guy's an asshole. Let's see if I can talk the pilot major into giving us a tour. So, do you have time to give me that tour yet? Apologies, but still not. I'm awaiting crucial messages, but soon, I promise. I want to know what this is. Waves of coherent thought radiate from the orb, flooding your mind with strange abstract calculations and mathematical formula. It shines so brightly you can't look at it for long. Seem to depict atmospheric conditions and power levels in the room. It's just a monitoring station. And this was the door that I decided not to open, right? The pilot major does not look happy that we're close to the door again. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, wait, come back.
Doing begets learning. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. Alright. So it seems like I may not be able to continue along this quest line, or along this area, unless I'm willing to cut another deal with Dracogen. And I'm not. Although, maybe I can pretend I don't have the amulet,
Something to do.
and then I can double cross him on the Cortex as well? Ooh, that would be great. Okay, we'll think about that for a minute or two here.
Yes.
I do strongly suspect that as soon as I talk to him, he's going to want the amulet, and I'm going to have to either give it to him, which I'm not going to, or get in a fight of some kind. So I'm wondering if I should contact the Memavira first, or talk to him first. I'm leaning towards the Memavira.
Here I go.
Or should I finally attack Waits for Prey? I don't know why the bloom doesn't see me as a predator. Like, is it paying any attention at all? I took partial control of its mind. I cut big holes in it. I'm carrying around a thing that makes it hate me just all by itself. What does it take? I'm sort of out of ideas. Okay, well, now that we're back here, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. And when we return, we'll make our decisions on what exactly we're going to do first. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.